Damon forced himself to stop staring at the bathroom door and called room service. He realized that he had no idea what Talia liked to eat, so he decided to get everything from the menu. In his opinion, the hotel didn't offer enough options. After placing a massive order for food, Damon made another phone call. This seemed important.
"Hi, Steph."
Damon greeted Stephanie when she picked up the call.
"It's good that you remembered me,"
Stephanie said irritably.
"Did something happen?" "Casey is coming. Where are you?"
"We are on the way home," Damon responded. He didn't care about Casey.
"When will you reach here?"
"Not sure. Something came up. That's why I'm calling." Stephanie felt struck with concern.
"Are you kids okay?"
Damon smiled a little. Stephanie always treated them like kids.
"We are fine, but we are bringing someone with us. I want you to prepare a room for her." "All right."
Stephanie didn't think much about it.
"I'm not sure if we have free rooms in the common building because that's Maya's jurisdiction. But I can ensure that one of the single Omegas take her in until we figure out something permanent."
The possibility of Talia being with some random person and away from Damon seemed out of the question.
"No, she will stay in the pack house in my old bedroom."
Stephanie paused. The third floor belonged to the Alpha and his family. Did Damon finally find a woman he felt willing to marry?
"Are you bringing Marcy with you?"
Damon nearly choked on his saliva.
"What? No."
Stephanie felt confused. Did he have time to pick up another woman?
"If not Marcy, then—" "I just don't want to, Steph,"
Damon snapped.
"If you say so,"
Stephanie said suspiciously. Since Damon became Alpha, they took in many members who lived as rogues or came from other packs, and no one got to stay in the pack house. And this represented Damon's old room, on the third floor that stayed off limits for anyone not related to Alpha. Damon rubbed his face forcibly. He had a good idea related to what Stephanie thought about.
"Don't make a big deal when there is none. The girl got hurt and she had a hard time. She seems timid and I believe that she doesn't have a wolf. I can't let her mingle with others until we ascertain her condition. Oh, and tell Travis to be ready to accept a patient. I want her to get a full checkup when we arrive." "I will,"
Stephanie agreed. She didn't want to probe into this further. She saw Damon as her child, but she couldn't ignore the fact that he represented her Alpha, and she shouldn't question him. Anyway, there were other things for her to deal with.
"Can you give me an estimate on when you will reach here?"
"Probably tomorrow morning." Stephanie groaned in frustration. That's when Casey would come, and Stephanie really didn't want to deal with her.
"Please hurry and drive safely."
Damon hummed in agreement and ended the call. He looked at the bathroom door and listened to the sound of the shower, wondering if Talia had finished. The warm water of the shower allowed Talia to relax and forget about the troubles outside of that bathroom. Most of her wounds had scabbed, so shampoo didn't sting. But the bruises still hurt when she moved or washed bruised parts of her body. She would love to stay under that trickling warm water forever, but alas, all good things come to an end. Talia wrapped herself in a towel and observed her bruised appearance in the mirror while wondering how long it would take to heal. Talia delayed getting ready. Getting ready meant stepping outside, and there, a scary Alpha waited for her. Could she stay in the bathroom forever? Talia shook her head helplessly. What point existed in avoiding the inevitable? If she lingered longer than necessary, Alpha Damon would probably knock to check on her, or maybe open the door. After all, one flimsy lock couldn't stop an Alpha from getting where he wanted. Talia couldn't help but wonder, why would he help her to leave the Red Moon Pack? Did he truly not have bad intentions? Talia didn't know about Damon's reputation, but she heard that Alpha seemed strong and prideful, always chasing power and proving their dominance, and they didn't go out of their way for anyone. Damon seemed different, confusing. Talia froze when she realized that she didn't have clean clothes. She would put on the ones she wore previously, but they had dried bloodstains and definitely didn't seem like something she should put back on. Talia collected her few possessions from the Red Moon pack and bunched them into an overused bedsheet, but they stayed in the trunk of the car, and if Damon acted nice enough to bring them, they remained in the room and not in the bathroom where she needed them. Now what? Talia saw a bathrobe hanging on the hook next to the shower and decided to put it on. It provided better coverage than a towel. After a few deep breaths, Talia held onto the doorknob and opened the door ajar, just enough to peek into the hotel room. Part of her hoped that Damon slept, or that he left and that there would be no one in the room. But she saw him sitting on the bed and fiddling with his phone. After a few exceedingly long seconds, Damon lifted his gaze from the screen and eyed Talia.
How long are you going to stand there?
Talia cleared her throat nervously.
Did you bring my things from the car?
He didn't. When they got into the hotel, Damon carried Talia and Caden brought only Damon's suitcase.
What do you need?
Clothes?
Damon waved at Talia to come into the room.
First, I want to check your injuries.
He cocked an eyebrow when he saw that she didn't move, half hidden behind the bathroom door.
Please, come on. I won't hurt you.
Gingerly, Talia moved, and she saw Damon patting the bed, indicating for her to sit. She sat on the edge as far as possible from Damon and clutched the edges of the bathrobe, holding it tightly closed. Damon shook his head helplessly. Why did the only girl he really wanted to help reject him? Well, maybe not rejecting him, but she didn't look thrilled to be alone with him either. Damon moved closer to Talia and extended his hand, palm up.
Your hand.
Talia put her hand into his, and he took a moment to adjust to the connection before inspecting it. It represented the hand he helped earlier that morning. The bruise looked significantly smaller, and the cut closed with the light pink color without a scab. Damon ran his finger over the pink line that used to be a scab. He enjoyed the connection, and based on her stiff expression, he knew that she didn't feel it. A pity. Damon wondered if Talia could sense their bond. A little bit? There should exist at least an attraction, right? Every woman he met felt attracted to him, either because of his looks, power, or position. It seemed natural for she-wolves. The fact that Talia didn't show any signs she felt smitten bothered him more than he wanted to admit. Damon shook those thoughts away. It seemed better like this. The fewer people knew that Talia represented his mate, the safer she would be. He understood that Talia suffered in the Red Moon pack, and her timid personality told him that she wouldn't fight for herself. She didn't seem like a fighter, and he didn't expect her to be. However, if the word spread that she represented his mate, his enemies would target her, and she would become his weakness. If he slipped and failed to protect her, he would never forgive himself. Damon decided to keep Talia close and make sure she had whatever she needed. He would be her protector and provide for her, and that would be enough. Maybe.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.